British sitcoms are great. Everybody loves their Mr. Bean, their IT crowd, their Office. But there's one British sitcom that I adore and kind of fell through the cracks. The few who remember it very fondly. It didn't air here in the States, which partly contributes to why so little have seen it, but it's a wildly funny show called And Mother Makes Three. And Mother Makes Three follows Sally Harrison, an optimistic mother who has two kids, Simon and Peter Harrison, who are not always happy with their mother's antics. They live with their auntie, and she's usually the voice of reason and goes with the flow. The show aired in the UK from 1971 to 1973 and lasted 26 episodes. Plots usually having something to do with Sally making a mistake or a simple misunderstanding. Plots like accidentally joining the military, trying to find a date, pretending to be a painter, or perhaps my favorite, building a boat, but building it indoors so you can't even take it out of the house. Sally played Wendy Craig, and she is the breakout star here. She's usually way over her head, and I describe her best as a toned female SpongeBob. She is a perfect lead for this kind of show. I haven't seen Wendy Craig in anything else, but I can tell you from this show, she is just absolutely perfect here. It's a great showcase for her physical comedy, her timing. I mean, the first series was great, but series 2 is the best series in my opinion. Mr. Campbell, Sally's love interest off and on, became a main character at that point and added some great comedic value to the scenes where Sally is just alone with no kids around. Speaking of the kids, out of the two kids, Simon and Peter, Peter is my favorite. He's kind of a brat, but not in like a way that's annoying, like a very cute, charming way. Simon was pretty much your typical teenager. The first two seasons had this character named Arabella, played by Julie Doncoe from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Her whole shtick is she has an insane crush on Simon. It wasn't really that funny, so I can see why she was dropped after the first two seasons. The third and fourth seasons had Richard Coleman, a second love interest. I never really liked him. I much preferred Mr. Campbell. And that's pretty much the cast of characters. It's a very small show, but it feels big because of Wendy Craig's talent. Again, she is the perfect lead for a show like this. One of the great things about the show is just how British it really is. Like, it's kind of comical. It has that comforting British feel. Like, when you watch Thomas the Tank Engine, you just feel so like, ah, yeah. Anyway, that was a very short review about And Mother Makes Three. It's a great little show. I would really recommend it. It's not very popular at all. So yeah, peace.